Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your 2021 overview reading. This is good for you if you're a Sun, Moon, or Rising Gemini. And before we get started, make sure you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already to get more amazing content from me. You're welcome to check me out on Instagram at Onyx Healing. Sign up for my newsletter. The link is in the description box. You'll get an exclusive reading every Sunday. And I am hosting a class called Cosmic Council. It is 6 weeks, and we're going to go deep into developing and sourcing your own guidance, anchoring into your intuition on a deeper level that's really applicable in real time. And we're going to go deep. We're going to go deep with it. If you feel called or nudged, or if you want to go into a specific area of your life for 6 weeks, then you should definitely check that out. The link is in the description box. And without further ado, I'm going to lay this out and we will get started. Okay, let's pull your oracle cards first. We have Love Grows Love. This is a reflection of the compound effect of your feelings. So think about your state will compound, right? And life is a mixed bag. Your day can be a mixed bag. But the whole point is when you run into a blip, that you get back to the feeling that you desire. That's the core thing that you really want to focus on, is making your way back, not putting too much stock into the crappy day or the crappy week, like really just working your way back time and time again, getting back to what feels good and loving yourself enough to transform any distortions, aches, pains, hold yourself in any grieving processes, right? So the whole point is that your state will compound. Love grows love, abundance grows abundance, right? The same way pain and misery, choosing to stay in that permanently, like without holding yourself or transforming it, will also compound. So you want to be mindful and intentional in what you're holding continually. That's the thing. Not temporary, not the bad day. The bad day alone isn't the thing. It's what you're choosing to make your way back to again and again. And we're all practicing this. That's kind of the human thing. And then we have Wolf. So I'm getting there's two sides of this. Some of you are going to be more heavy on community, right? So like your pack, your team, your community is going to be really important. And then for others of you, you're going to be experiencing more solo work, independence. We might get some clarity in this reading to see a little bit more context here, but I'm getting that you might fall into one of those two camps during 2021. And wherever you are with that is in service of your spiritual growth. And then we have Nourish. Eat something that makes your body sing with delight. Give your body a gift of loving connection. Is what you're doing right now nourishing you? Okay, so really keeping your body in mind. Okay, now for those of you who don't know, this is a timeline. So the first quarter, second, third, and fourth quarter of 2021. First thing we have is the Sun. Let yourself have a good time. This is childlike joy. And then to clarify, we have the Empress. So the nourishment card is really heavy in this first quarter, focusing on joy, celebration, having a good time, giving yourself the things that you need, looking at what you give yourself, right? The love grows love. What you give yourself is going to radiate and ripple into all your relationships, circumstances, all of the other things that you're creating. And we have this pregnancy imagery, which is really highlighting you are the creator. You're the one who's in charge here. So remind yourself of that and know that your state the energy that you're circulating is really important. So have a good time. Second quarter, we have the High Priestess, going to your intuition for like reaching beyond the veil. Anything that you're facing, or most things that you're going to be facing or contemplating in this second quarter, is really going to require your stillness, your meditation, your intuition in order to help you navigate. We could argue that your intuition is the best place to go for problem solving, right? Just letting the solution come, letting the next step come to you. So not hunting with the mind. If you're hunting with the mind, you're going to get steered in a direction that could potentially slow you down. Oh, wow. And then you have the High Priestess as the clarifier. Sit in meditation. Just get quiet. And I'm also getting, you're not, maybe this is where the wolf is kind of coming into play. You don't want to be consulting a ton of different people. Like, I really, really advise against that for you. The High Priestess is about sourcing your own solutions, information, wisdom, guidance. You are the source always, right? I can throw some cards down and tell you what the blueprint looks like that's being forecasted collectively. But at the end of the day, you are in charge of the wisdom and the integration that you're receiving and the guidance that you're receiving. So keep it insulated in this second quarter. Third quarter, we have the Two of Swords. Once again, this reading is not giving me a lot of context, and I think that's intentional. I think that's really specific. And then we have the Daughter of Cups, going to your emotions. The Two of Swords is a reflection of not having permission to see around the curve. And it goes back to go to yourself, go to your source, go to meditation, go to stillness and silence and sourcing it yourself first. That is the first place that you want to go. The Two of Swords coming up on the heels of two High Priestess cards is just going to show that you don't want to try to anticipate everything that's gonna happen upcoming. That's the mercurial nature of Gemini. Okay, so you want to go back to your emotion, letting your state be what supports you, and go to your state, go to your emotions in order to create, not the mind, which is kind of challenging with Gemini energy, but that is the strategy that you want to use in the third quarter. Otherwise, you're gonna feel like a victim of every circumstance that you forecast. Can't do that because my mind can conjure up something bad. And it's going to paralyze you if you get too heady in the third quarter. So intuition and emotions need to be the strategy for you in 2021. And then wrapping up the year, we have Judgment, making decisions. Let's see what else is coming up. And then we have the Mother of Swords. Being clear and decided. I'm getting by the end of the year, this final quarter, you really want to hammer out any final details, anything that might still be on the table. You want to just be clear and decided. Really, you use mental energy to put it behind your decisions, your conviction, holding the conviction on a mental level, like being decided. Because waffling is going to burn you, okay? Waffling is good for the process of identifying what you want, like checking in with each different option and feeling into, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? That can be helpful. But when you declare something, when you decide this is how it is and how it's going to be, you want the conviction to be in the mental body. So go into 2022 strong with a lot of conviction about what you're deciding for yourself. And then let's do the next layer. This is not a 3-card pick, that will be next. But we have love, relationship, romance, money, material, and then what's growing for you. If you're not love focused, you can think about relationships generally. We have the Two of Wands. The ask is important. If you're immediately going into all things relationship with a contraction or with fear or just the anticipation of getting fucked over, you want to be extra mindful and careful of that, okay? Because it's like it will make you magnetic for confirmation bias, for circumstances to prove you right. So the Two of Wands is helping you to unwind that in 2021. This is about declaring what you desire, not what you're afraid of, particularly in relationships, community, all things people for you. So just keep in mind, if you want love, then you need to hold the energy of receiving divine love, divine union, or whatever it is that you want. If you want more just healthy relationships in general, you ask to be shown healthy people, ask to be shown evidence of goodness, of healing relationships in your life, you know? So this is about kind of putting your stake in the ground and then allowing the roadmap to unfold. Money and material, we have the Hierophant. Boundaries are needed. This is helping you with some more divine masculine, right? The feminine is the intuition, the flow, the allowing yourself to be guided. The Hierophant is saying, okay, you need some boundaries, you need some container for yourself to make the most of your flow, of your intuition, of the right moves financially and materially. Find some helpful constraints for yourself and be intentional. Be intentional with your investments, not in a scarcity way of, no, I'm going to contract around that because I'm scared. No. This is about looking at, I have these things that I want to make a reality. So I'm going to put my energy financially into these places because that is going to best serve me. Being more intentional and specific and looking at the effects of, if I do this now, the effect will be Y later. X now, Y later. So you want to come from that very practical cause and effect piece without getting locked up in fear. Okay, that's the sweet spot. If you can balance healthy divine masculine and like helpful constraints and intentionality without collapsing into a bunch of worst case scenarios, you're going to kick ass with money. Okay, and then growth, what's expanding for you. We have the Six of Cups. Yeah, relationships. Six of Cups is soulmate connections. And you can think about, again, whichever context. Where do you need people? Is it a partnership? Is it love? Is it a practitioner? Is it a friend group? Who and what is it for you? That's what the Six of Cups is highlighting here. So enjoy this because it's a good relationship year, but you have to lead with love. You have to lead with joy. You have to lead with the state that you desire, okay, in order to make the most of relationships. So there might be some healing to do as well. Now let's do a 3-card pick. You're welcome to tune in, ask for guidance, clarity, support, whatever it is that you're needing. If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video. Card number 1, we have the Devil, temptation, old habits, old behaviors. Keep in mind that scary thoughts and fear is very addictive. Very, very addictive. Obsessing over problems and ways that things can go wrong, it's an addiction. Just because the thoughts are repetitive or they're really enticing and can take up a lot of mental space doesn't actually mean that it's the best place for you to put your energy and your mind. So know that you want to be careful with temptations of fear and contraction and limitation. Be careful with that. Card number 2, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Own it fully, anchor into your own stability, and know that you're powerful. You're powerful, particularly when it comes to material things. I'm also getting, or the material realm, right? The 3D plane. I'm also getting that you might want to focus on work, personal projects, passions, career. I would move in that direction, because that might be the solution to whatever you're asking about, is like just lean into the sense of purpose and career more, and you might get more out of that. And then card number 3, we have the 10 of Swords. Something has to go. This is a big fat no card, or you need to cut something out. I'm sure you already know what this is. Anything that you're carrying that is just too heavy needs to leave. And if something is continually hurting you and harming you, whether that be something that's happening in the mind, a relationship that you're carrying around that continues to burn you, friendships that don't feel good, a job that's making you suffer, it's like that is where you want to go and declutter and create some space for something that's more aligned. Thank you so much for joining me today, everybody. It's been an absolute pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you would like more videos from me. And also, if you would like to join Cosmic Council, class starts on December 19th. Make sure you check that out. The link is in the description box. All of the decks are in the description box. And I cannot wait to see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.